What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 7th episode of Dr. Ramune. This one's titled Popcorn Head, Part 1. So we've got another multi-parter like we did last time with Pot Sticker Ears, or Gyo's Ears, or however you want to say it. We had a little preview of this last time, and I have a couple of ideas about where they might be going with this, but I guess we'll let it explain when we get there. But last episode, we solved the issue of Pot Sticker Ears that were stopping the mother from hearing what she didn't want to hear, essentially, and she was blocking it out and creating a false reality around herself of her son, who was kidnapped and apparently killed. However, they've left it ambiguous enough to the point where I feel like they could use that later on in the show. I don't know if they necessarily will in this season of anime, or if they necessarily will use that in future of the manga. I don't know if they actually are going to use that, but they left it ambiguous enough where it's like, you don't actually know if he's 100% dead. There's a chance he might not be, and there's a chance it might come back around at some point, but yeah, they resolved the issue regardless, and did it in a nice way, while still leaving a bit of an openness to that. And I guess that's also partly saying, like, Ramene's here to help your issue, not solve everything around it. Like, as long as you're doing better and the mysterious disease isn't affecting you, that's his job done. He doesn't have to solve the mystery of where the hell your kid's gone. That's not his job. So they've left it ambiguous, and we'll see if that ever comes back up again. We've got half of the season to go still, so I guess we'll see. But yes, Popcorn Head. It seems as though Popcorn is literally coming out of his head. And I have two ideas for how they're interpreting this, because, again, the food relating, I don't know why everything has to be food, but sure, why not? I'm thinking there are two possibilities I can think of. Either it's like a dandruff, and he scratches his head and the popcorn comes out. Maybe it's like a dandruff type thing. Or it might be like a stress thing. Like, you know when you're stressed and your hair starts falling out? Like, that's a very common idea, right? What if instead of his hair coming out, it's popcorn coming out, and that's because he's under an immense amount of stress for some reason? Maybe. That's my two interpretations of Popcorn Head that I can kind of think of. I can't really think of any other reason why popcorn would come out of your head than, like, losing your hair or dandruff, which is just flaky skin. And I can relate to that because I've had bad dandruff for many a year. And it's been something that I've pretty much always had to deal with. It's gotten so much better since when I was a kid, but yeah, it still arises every now and then. But yeah, I guess we'll see what this interpretation is. It looks like we're starting off at the General Hospital. Interestingly, I'm not sure why we're starting here, but I guess the show will explain. So let's load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based form reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from this season and future seasons. Certain backdated shows, especially shows that have upcoming sequels, I will be trying to backdate their reactions in between seasons. We also have Patreon request shows like Symphogear, which might not be coming out today. It might be coming out tomorrow or a bit later. I need to rework my schedule because I'm currently, after the events of the weekend, I'm trying to catch back up, and I've omitted cells at work for reasons that you can probably guess if you've been on my Discord. And I'm trying to catch up on all the shows because I have to get Jobless out at least today, so I'm trying to get as much done as possible. So we'll see what happens to Patreon request shows. But here on YouTube, we do time-based formats. So bottom left of the screen, you'll see the time of the episode. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. We are watching this one on Crunchyroll, since that's who licensed it. We have no logos or anything. We're just starting off with the episode. Like I said, we're at the General Hospital, apparently. You can use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when he's transitioning. That should help you sync up, along with me calling out the OP when it starts up. And with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, right, yeah, Ramune would have been in the hospital. That makes sense. Orthopedic wing, okay. Oh, we're acquainted with each other already. Classmate, okay. There it goes. And then it crumbles to dust. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Huh. Popcorn looks like brains. Weird. OP time. That sounds like a throwaway comment, but I'm sure it's going to be relevant in some way. We still haven't been introduced to this character properly yet. It's like a mentor to Ramune, but that's all we really know. I assume he'll probably come after this arc. There's the kid as well, now added to the list. Alright. Recently, okay. Okay. Hmm. Visiting mum, okay. So mum's in hospital. Huh? Huh? Because I make all kinds of stuff. Oh. Not a good home environment, I'm guessing. Why we have to go? Hmm. Hmm. Alright. Traps mysterious, okay. Ah. Right. Once again, Ramone wants his patients to work it out themselves. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. That doesn't surprise me. Keeps to himself. Hmm. Yes. Wow, okay. Interesting. Right. Yeah, I think the problem is stemming from the father. This is where we prove that wrong, maybe? Or or is he genuinely going to be this strict? He's not strict. Okay. He's very doting. Okay. Hmm. 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 That no. You don't go to the hospital just because you're sad. Well, you can, but I don't think that's true at all, though. Guilt tripping the kids. No, I don't think. No. I think this is the dad manipulating here. Yeah, he wants his son to take over the company, but the son's not going down the route he wanted, and so now he's guilt tripped him into doing it. And he can only think creatively. Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't trust that at all. Of course he can. Mm-hmm. Uh, uh, so dumb. Why does he have such large portions? Oh, nice. Hmm. And they're all trying to support him and his creative hobby. I feel like they're kind of leeching off it, but whatever. Hmm. I don't think any mother would be like that. I'd like to think that no mother would be like that, but and when he starts thinking about it, hmm. Oh, popcorn looking like brains? Is that his creative brain evaporating and disappearing? Is that what that's meant to imply? Hmm. I wish he wouldn't. Oh god. Hmm. Yeah. Mm. Such a creative person who's being strictly limited by the father. It appears as though the father's the one that's manipulating this, but we don't really know what happened to the mother yet. Just what the father has said to the son. That's all we've seen. Mm-hmm. Expressive creative talent. Up comes the popcorn. Mm-hmm. Stress. Seed of creativity. They always have to eat whatever their patient. Uh huh. Oh boy. What? How dumb is this going to be? Oh boy. No. You're going to get a punch Ramune. Oh god, so dumb. Right, you up too? Just gonna leave him be. Yeah, you can't, can you? Oh. Hmm. No, this is gonna go. Mm-hmm. Oh, is this the? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Kid's got a lot of imagination. Like a lot of imagination. See, if it wasn't for the fact he was a kid, I might make a joke about a drug addiction here, but no, it's just this kid's very creative. And he can get lost in his own world very easily. And this is what's being suppressed by the father. Hmm. The edge of gravity? Well, hmm. There is? We're gonna expand on that? No, we're not. Right. That's what your dad wants you to do. It all stems from what the dad says. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. God damn it, Ramune. uh, ah. Again, allowing that creativity to. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. What's this for? This is a unique way of sleeping. The dad coming over, I'm guessing? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, they're very obviously painting the father in the bad light here. Uh huh. Yeah. It's very obvious now. Hmm. Why is the wife in the hospital? Right. Yeah. Father's hiding something about why the mum's in the hospital. Orthopedic wing, right? Uh huh. Right. Isn't orthopedic like What is orthopedic? I need to double check what orthopedic wing actually is. I assume since he was in there, I got, like, do with fractures and bones and stuff, I'm guessing. Yeah. Now what? Is he in school? Nope. Yeah. Dad's completely suppressing everything related to that. And is being completely overworked for it. Jesus. How can the dad stand there and think that's normal? Huh. Oh well. What's up? I think we all have ideas of what's going on. The actual question is going to be why is the mum in hospital? And why the orthopedic wards? Let me see. Orthopedic. There we go. Just look that one up real quick. There we go. But I'm facing orthopedics got something to do with like bones and stuff. Which, if your heart's sad, you don't go to orthopedic ward. Alright. Anything more? Preview, I guess? Yep, preview. Part 2, okay. No more visual clues there as to the father and mother side of things. Interestingly. Okay, so the orthopedic clinic. Orthopedics is a medical specialty that focuses on the diagnosis, correction, prevention, and treatment of patients with skeletal deformities, disorders of the bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, tendons, nerves, and skin. So yeah, nothing to do with the damn heart. I mean, muscles, you can stretch it to do with the heart, but like, no, you wouldn't go... So I wouldn't think orthopedic for the heart. But it's musculoskeletal diagnostic services, so muscles and bones. So why is she in hospital for that? Okay, let's be super cynical for a second. Let's say the dad is 100% focused on getting his son to take over the business and will stoop at no level to make sure that that happens. Let's also say that of the two, the mother is very likely to be more compassionate to her son's creative talents and his artistic expression and seeing that as a future for him. But the dad vehemently disagrees, so... I mean, if we're being super cynical, maybe the dad is the reason the mum's in hospital. That would be super cynical. But it happens. We've seen stories like that before in media. And we hear about it in the news as well. Are they going to go that route with it? Are we going to say the dad put the mum in hospital by doing something? Domestic abuse? An accident that he is now using as leverage against the son? I feel like that's the way they're going with it. It's just a case of what actually happened to the mother now. Like, was it actually the dad taking direct action against her? Or is it just him using his mum's unfortunate situation to his advantage to railroad the son into the way he wants him to be? But it very much is the father forcing the son to be his successor, regardless of what the son wants to do. And that's just shitty parenting. Like, I get it, you want your son to take over your business. I get that, especially if it's a family business or a huge company. You want to keep it in family. I recognize that. It's a very common thing in especially Eastern cultures. I don't think that same drive necessarily exists in the West as prominently. At least I can't think of it as much, especially when it comes to like large corporation stuff. I think that's definitely more of an Eastern thing than it is over here. But I'm sure even in family businesses, like, because we've got plenty of family businesses here in the UK as well, like, I'm sure that sort of thing does happen. You want your at an early age, you just kind of get involved with your parents' job, right? Like, if your parents run a restaurant or a cafe or something like that, more than likely when you're 12, 13, to earn a bit of pocket money, you're probably going to be a waiter in the shop, right? Just to earn a little bit of pocket money, do some washing up, do the dishes, things like that. Like, that seems like a very, very common thing, I'd have thought. Obviously, certain jobs you can't help out when you're younger, but, you know. I'm sure that sort of thing definitely happens, and that can go one or two ways. Either you enjoy helping out your family, you enjoy the family business, or you get so sick of it that you can't wait to do something else. Like, it can go two ways, right? Depending on how you're inclined. But the dad is definitely in the wrong here. Why is the dad so hell-bent on getting his son to be a successor? There might be more of a reason there, and that might be part of what the story is trying to show is, like, yes, he's absolutely being the bad guy here, but he might have his own problems and stress and reasoning behind it. It might be something like that. They might try and go that angle, they might not. They might just paint the dad as a complete piece of shit, or they might try and justify him slightly. Either way, he's in the wrong. But how wrong he is will depend on the circumstances we go through. But this is a very interesting story, and I quite like it. The popcorn head, as dumb as it sounded to begin with, actually fits really well. And again, he said, like, the popcorn looks like brains. It's his creative brain popping out. Like, the seed of creativity popping and leaving him. And now he has no creative energy at all. And he's just back to being a mindless drone for his father's company, essentially. I really like the way this one's portrayed. I mean, this show is very clever with the way it portrays things. This one especially I really, really enjoy. So I'm very interested to see where they go with part 2 and how they explain the mother and father situation, because I think that's important to understand where they're coming from and that the influence of that situation on Aona. I think it's going to be very interesting. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. This show is definitely a hidden gem, I think, of this season. I think on AniList it's only got like 4,000 people. Yeah, it's only got 4,000 people currently watching it. Total popularity of 7.6k. I think more people should start checking this out, and I think it's a little underrated at 66% mean score. I think it deserves a little better than that. I think you can at least push it closer to 70 for sure. It started at 63 and it's gone up to 65 over the course of the half a season or so. So it's doing okay, but I think more people should give this a chance because it is a semi-dumb concept, but it's actually really well executed, and I quite like it a lot. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the episode as per usual, as it helps grow the channel out, as do your comments what you thought of the episode. Both are great for engagement, and that kind of drives channel growth more than overall viewership at this point. Don't forget to subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Winter 2021 lineup you can find on the channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.